Michael Bloomberg, former mayor of New York City, is as interesting as snails who have been salted on the sidewalk that are no longer with us. He's as interesting as beige paint on the walls, beige carpet in a bad apartment in the hood. I really hated that beige carpet. Boring. He's as boring and annoying as well. He's a very annoying guy. But for some reason, since he has billions of dollars, he decided he wanted to run for president. Yeah, because he don't have nothing else to do. I don't know if he's married, but all of his mistresses wanted him out the way. They don't need him with them when they spend his money, is what I'm getting. So they're like, just go run for president or something, Michael. He's like, okay, I will go run for president, you know. So now he's running for president. He has no policies that I've heard of at all, except something about restoring America. It's real Biden-esque type thing. But one thing that he does have, you know, besides, you know, he doesn't have charisma, he doesn't have wit, he doesn't have personality, he doesn't have a soul, he doesn't have any policies, but what he does have is a track record of mistreating the blacks and the Latinos in New York City when he was mayor. Because he led the way with a policy that violated people's constitutional rights. It was called stop and frisk. Now, though he's been out of office for over a decade, he never talked about how horrible it was until now. Yeah, suddenly now that he's running for president, he feels contrite. Oh, he has a change of heart. Now he wants to apologize to you blacks and you Latinos or Hispanics or whatever, people, or my brown brothers and sisters, because now he feels really bad. I treated the blacks really bad when we used to throw them on the ground with no probable cause just because they were brown or black, stick our fingers in their privates, humiliate them in front of their friends. Then without as much of a sorry, just walk away. Just walk away, get in our cars and drive away. This is the practice that we did as I was mayor. And you know what? It really moved the needle. Yeah, it moved the needle all right. You know, it was a horrific, traumatizing event to be stopped and frisked at will like you were a antelope being hunted by cheetahs in your own damn neighborhood. Anyway, here goes a clip of former Mayor Bloomberg apologizing to you guys for all his racist policies and his lack of apologizing 8 years ago or 9 years ago or 7 years ago or 5 years ago, even 2 years ago, even a year ago. Here goes that clip.
Year in office, support for the department had eroded. And the main reason was the practice of something called stop and frisk. Our focus was on saving lives. The fact is, far too many innocent people were being stopped while we tried to do that. And the overwhelming majority of them were black and Latino. After you leave office, you have a chance to reflect on what you did well and what you could have done better. A lot of people tell you what you could have done better. Well, in recent months, as I've thought about my future, I've been thinking more about my past and coming to terms where I came up short. Over time, I've come to understand something that I long struggled to admit to myself. I got something important wrong. I got something important really wrong. I didn't understand that back then, the full impact that stops were having on the black and Latino communities. I was totally focused on saving lives, but as we know, good intentions aren't good enough. I now see that we could and should have acted sooner and acted faster to cut the stops. I wish we had. I'm sorry that we didn't. But I can't change history. However, today, I want you to know that I realized back then I was wrong, and I'm sorry. But I also want you to know that I am more committed than ever to ending gun violence and to do it in equal partnership with the communities that are affected the most.
It was so moving, Johnson. It was so moving. I mean, I could feel you didn't feel that passion in that speech? Oh, the sincerity and realness. Jesus, man, so good. It's like listening to Nina Turner talk. Oh, man, the way he sounded as if he was trying to open a walnut with his butt cheeks. Just, well, I feel really bad. He sounded like droopy. That makes me mad. That really makes me mad. When I was mayor of New York City, I used to have the blacks strip searched. Never thought that might be a negative experience. Getting strip searched on the street, willy-nilly, just to make quota. Never really dawned on me that people like to keep their clothes on outside. Imagine that. Men and women, and mostly men, wanting to be clothed. Not liking someone to pull a gun on them and threaten to kill them or arrest them if they didn't let them fondle their genitals. Looking for a little bit of weed. You know, Bloomberg, there are people entertaining the idea of a Michael Bloomberg candidacy as if this guy has a shot in hell. No, he doesn't. He's got a shot he might go to hell if there's a hell. But nah, he don't have a shot in hell, Johnson. In recent months, I've been thinking. What were you doing the other months, Johnson? Not thinking? Because you had stop and frisk. That's been like 10 years. Maybe longer than 10 years, right? What were you doing the other years that you weren't thinking about this? Like, that was many months ago. I realized that I came up short. No shit. What are you, 5'2"? Yeah, you came up short. You didn't come up short. You've been short your whole life. That's almost too easy, Johnson. I feel almost like I'm abusing my power. I got something important wrong. Hey, you got something important wrong, huh, Sparky? You rich bastard. Yeah, you got something wrong. You forgot black people and Latino people are people. Rookie mistake. Happens all the time with rich bastards like yourself. Especially poor blacks and Latinos. Come on. I mean, so it's an obvious look, man. It's an innocent mistake. Rich white guys like yourself often forget that we're human. Don't worry about it. I get something really, really wrong. Yeah, won't you just give all your money to help people? Yeah, won't you save the money that you're about to waste running a race that you won't even come in? How many people are left? 12, 10 people, 11, 12, 15, 17. How many people are in it? 17, about 17 people. You'll probably come in 16 for 17. Won't you use your money that you are going to waste to come in 17th place? Won't you use that by helping people? Instead of wasting it on this frivolous endeavor called running for the nomination, you have no shot. Look, you're going to spend probably $300 million. I'm guessing. Okay, $100 million, right? Probably, right? You know how much I'm going to spend? Nothing. I won't even run and I'll almost come in the same place as you. Because you suck. So, no one's going to forgive you, Johnson. There's this thing in the Democratic Party, you may not have realized it, this thing that Democrats need to win elections. God, it slipped my mind. Oh, that's right, black votes. A whole lot of them too, Johnson. And you are guaranteed to get that many. Can't change history. No, you can't change history, but you can change parties. Change back, change back. Like, go back to being that Republican you used to be. I mean, that's how you started out. Just like Elizabeth Warren, you started out Republican, and for some reason now you want to become a Democrat. But your mindset never changed. No, it never changed. And I'm not saying that there aren't good Republicans. I'm sure there are. It's just hard finding them. Joking. I'm sure there's some good Republicans. But, like, not Mitch McConnell and these fuckers up. Chuck Daly, Orrin Hatch. I don't know these guys. It's a lot of bad Republicans, man. Ted Cruz. Oh, God. Got a Ted Cruz. Keep it over there, Johnson. Keep it over there. Keep your little Ted Cruz situation over there. So anyway, Michael Bloomberg, he apologized, and no one accepts his apology. In fact, I'd rather he didn't apologize. We're not kids, man. You have had a long life. You could have easily had a coming to Christ moment on this years ago. Then it would have been more relevant. When you apologize because you now need something from somebody, it doesn't carry any weight. Michael Bloomberg's like a baby, a rich little baby. Because babies don't know. Like toddlers, they'll be in a bag. You'll be standing right there. They're in the bag you told them not to be in it. Because, see, babies don't know that sound travels. And when you say, hey, that's because they don't realize that you can hear them. Bloomberg didn't realize that we could see, hear, or that he's right there, that we know who he is. We know his history. But still somehow he's so arrogant, he thought that he could just run and people would just overlook it. Yeah, locking up large amounts of people, using an unconstitutional practice to yield shitty results. I mean, guys, they stopped thousands of people. Like, here's what I discovered. They stopped mostly black and Latinos, mostly black folks, men, within a certain age. Charles Blow, by the way, does an excellent coverage of this. Only like 10% of the stops resulted in anything illegal at all. So if you stop 100 people, maybe 10 of those people had anything from a warrant. And when I say anything, I don't mean 10 guns. I mean a guy had a bag of weed, a nickel bag of weed. Another guy had a warrant for a traffic ticket. Another guy had a trespassing charge. He needed to go. Like that type of thing. 90% of the people had nothing. And it wasn't like I said, it wasn't like you found 10 guns. No. And even if you did find a stash of weed or a gun here or there, what about the 90 people? See, this is why it was so racist. Because if you stop 100 white people on their way from Starbucks who happen to have parents with good jobs, they weren't going to stand. They wouldn't stand for it, and he would have buckled under the pressure because there'd be people like Agatha, Jermaine, or not Jermaine, that's a black name. Agatha and Cody's mom would be waiting for him in the office when he got there the next day, and he'd have to explain to Becky and Sue Ann and Edward, father, he'd have to explain to them why they disrespected their kids like that, and they would have people in high places that they would call to get his ass up out of office because they are part of society that can make things happen. But since he was able to target black people, particularly poor black people, poor Latinos who don't have that type of pull, he was able to do it willy-nilly, unencumbered. That's why it was racist. You can't tell me that if you stop 100 white kids from good families or families with status, and only get 10 of them and 5 of them on freaking tickets or outstanding awards for tickets or something, 2 of them for a couple of joints, that you wouldn't be facing hell. There'd be horrible articles. You might even get lynched, Johnson. I mean, that's how bad it is. There's dads and moms that don't play that because they're not used to being taken advantage of. We're kind of used to it. We get kicked around so much. It's like, oh, well, guess we just got to take it. But so that's because I know some of my white friends, they're like, I don't understand. Like, why is it racist? He was trying to protect it. No, he wasn't trying to protect it. He was trying to make money. Same reason why we got private prisons. That's the same thing. People making money. Those prisons, those private prisons, have lobbyists who try to increase prison time. It's not to make the country safer. It's not to make things safer. To make more money. So Michael Bloomberg is a scumbag for a lot of reasons. One of them is he's a bigot. The other, even if he's not a bigot, he's doing a great impersonation of a bigot that I've ever seen. I mean, he must have went to Juilliard, the acting school from Fame. He's really, he's in character. Did you enjoy that content? I know you did. You got great taste, Johnson. What can I say? Become a member of the Tim Black Wolf Pack today right here on YouTube, or go to patreon.com, Tim's Take Live, and you'll get free stuff, special stuff, secret stuff. Do it today. Wolf Pack.